What's going on, guys? You got your coach of the Chim Chargers here for Week 10 team analysis for the GBA. This time we are up against Monotui, coach of the Tampa Bay Luxrays. He's got a team of Garchomp, Azumarill, Megamanectric, Mandibuzz, Amoonguss, Bronzong, Emvee, Piloswine, Porygon-Z, Hitmonchan, and a Selgor. The list should appear to your right momentarily. Now, looking at his team, right, he's got a lot of bulk, both offensive and defensive. So he's got some defensive walls like Amoonguss, Bronzong, Mandibuzz. He's got some offensive, just some bulky offensive Pokemon like Azumarill, Emvee, I guess you could say, a Garchomp, but he's got also some speed, a Selgor, Megamanectric, both of which do get outrun by certain Scarfers that I have. Garchomp, which of course if it is Scarf, it is faster than everything on my team bar Scarf Sneasel, but I do have some certain reliable switch into that Pokemon, so the kind of playstyle that I figured that he'd bring would be something more, I guess, on the lines of balance, just because I've been bringing a lot of hyper offense, a lot of standard, no, not standard, but I mean, as in like in terms of the playstyle itself, standard offense, and I've been bringing a lot of offense with sweepers and stuff like that, so I figure he'll probably have some certain reliable switch into those Pokemon, some walls that can deal with certain threats that I have on my team. So the approach that I wanted to go this time was a bit different. I was going to change up my playstyle a bit here, and it's kind of borderline. It's sort of on the border between balanced and bulky offense, you could say, since I do have a defensive wall and a Spadef wall here to take some hits from certain Pokemon that he has on his team, some of the bulkier threats that he has, and I also have some sweepers on my team. So I have a mix here, and I guess you could say it's more bulky offense because the walls that I have can still hit hard. So with that being said, you know, I wanted to change my playstyle up a little bit so that I could sort of throw a curveball here. I want to be less predictable with what I bring. I've been bringing a lot of offense lately, and I want to show you all that I can bring, you know, something a little bit different. So just a little bit, you know, have some walls here that can deal with some certain Pokemon, and you'll see what I mean when I explain. It looks so good versus his team. But anyways, that's the approach that I went here. The first Pokemon that I have here, right, is a Jirachi. So I got my boy Pokemon here, of course. You know, I gotta bring him safety goggles with you know, some Calm Mind, and I'll show you the heat that I got here. This set is heat, so we got Skill Swap Jirachi, right? So safety goggles, let me just explain here, is mainly just for the Amoonguss, having a reliable switch into that thing without worrying about getting spored or anything like that. So we got the safety goggles Jirachi, Calm Mind, Psychic Thunderbolt hits pretty much everything on his team. I guess the only Pokemon that can sort of reliably take hits from these two coverage moves is Bronzong, because it does have a naturally good Spadef. But we got Skill Swap here, since he might run Earthquake on his Bronzong. I mean, it would make sense if he runs Earthquake on his Bronzong for my, I guess you could say, my Ampharos and my Jirachi. So I have Skill Swap to steal the Levitate from him, and if I'm able to do that, then his Bronzong cannot hit me with Earthquake, his Garchomp can't touch me, and his Piloswine, if he decides to bring that, I guess, can't touch me either. So with that being said, you know, Skill Swap Jirachi here. We could also potentially Skill Swap off the huge power from Azu. If we need to, we can also take away Megamanectric's Lightning Rod. It probably wouldn't matter anyways. Just listing some possibilities here. Amoonguss' Regenerator we can steal, as well as maybe, what else? Piloswine Stick Fat. I mean, it doesn't matter. But we have Skill Swap for mainly the Bronzong here, and if we take away Levitate, that'd be really cool. Calm Mind plus, you know, just Calm Mind here is good enough for us to boost up and just have harder hits in general versus his team. I mean, I'm pretty fast. I'm faster than his Porygon-Z, and his team is very bulky. So like I said, I only named like 2 of his faster threats that he has on his team, and he doesn't have a lot of fast Pokemon. Like, looking at his team isn't really built for speed. It's mainly built to, I guess, be bulky, take hits, and deal hits while being bulky. So it's a pretty cool set that we could utilize for this matchup. Next we got here Mr. Janvet, my Donphan here, and this is a defensive wall, so it can take hits well from the Garchomp, from the Emvee, the Hitmonchan, I guess you could say. Stealth Rock's Rapid Spin is pretty good. Just keeping Donphan in general will force him to go for Volt Switch a lot less and Thunderbolt a lot less, because he would want to sort of hit this thing. So it would make him more inclined to go for HPIs with Megamanectric or maybe Flamethrower or something like that. So because of that, you know, I have Donphan here. It's just a great sort of Pokemon that it's good for him not going for Volt Switch as much with Megamanectric. So Stealth Rock, Rapid Spin, I mean, I need these 2 things for sure. Rocks can whittle his team down. His only sort of hazard control on his team is Mandibuzz, which, I mean, it is a good, I guess Hitmonchan as well for Rapid Spin, but I feel like he's going to bring Mandibuzz. I guess he'll definitely bring Megamanectric, Azu for sure, Garchomp, Mandibuzz. I'm pretty sure he'll probably bring the Amoonguss, because Grass is a pretty decent type versus certain water types that I have. And I guess his last, I mean, maybe he'll bring like Bronzong. I'm pretty sure he'll bring like the first 6 Pokemon on this list. Looking at it right now, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he brings Porygon on his team, because Porygon's a pretty cool Pokemon in general, or even Emboar, because Emboar can also kind of run a mixed set as well. So that'd be pretty interesting to see if he decides to bring that. But I mean, Donphan's just a reliable Pokemon, like I said, for the reasons of being immune to electric, which is amazing. And I have Toxic here to potentially cripple, or not cripple, but whittle down the Mandibuzz, since I can just set up rocks, Toxic Mandibuzz, and then just keep setting up rocks. And I have Earthquake here. You know, Earthquake hits the Mega Manectric, it hits the Emboar, which is nice, Garchomp for some good damage. Even the Azu hits that as well. So that's why I have Mr. Janvet here, just a defensive Donphan to sponge hits from physical attackers. Now I got one of the greatest sets that I'm bringing versus him, Mega Ampharos. We got Fabio here. This set is actually really good, and this is a really cool EV spread here, which I'll explain in a minute. But, you know, we got Thunderbolt, Dragon Pulse. This pretty much hits everything on his team for just a lot of damage. We don't even need to invest in special attack. This thing's special attack is amazing. Look at this. Base 165, we already hit 185, so we do not need to invest in special attack. We are Rest Talk, so that means that his walls like Amoonguss and Bronzong, for instance, it won't matter too much if we get Toxic or anything, because we have Recovery, we have Sleep Talk. It's just really, really good versus more balanced sort of playstyles, I guess you could say, or maybe bulky. Yeah, just a bulkier teams in general. This thing is really good against. And the EV spread here allows me to avoid getting 3-hit KO'd by Bronzong Earthquake, as well as Mega Manectric's HP Ice. So because of that, you know, this Ampharos set will definitely put in a lot of work for sure. I can definitely see this thing putting in a lot of work. I'm expecting it to, because every time I've tested this team, Ampharos has given so much trouble to you know, everybody who I've tested with. So I mean, I haven't tested too much actually. I'll be honest. I've been playing a lot of Pokemon Go lately. I've been outside, living the Pokemon dream. You know, I've not been on here for a little bit. I've been outside playing Pokemon Go. We're going like 5 miles every day just to try to find some Gen 1 Mons. You already know the struggle if you play that game. But yeah. Anyways, so we got these 3 Pokemon so far. Now the next Pokemon we got here, right? Next Pokemon we got here is Baby Chimp. I figured that bringing Scarf Sneasel would be pretty nice, because knockoff is just a great move in general versus his team. His only knockoff switch-ins are going to be, well, I don't think he'll bring Hitmonchan, like I said, so I'm not worried about that. His knockoff switch-ins probably going to be Azumarill, because Azumarill, I mean, of course, it's able to resist it, but if I'm able to knock off Citrus Berry if it brings a Belly Drum set, or if I'm able to knock off Assault Vest or Choice Band, it just makes it a lot easier to knock off things. Mandibuzz, I guess, is a knockoff switch-in, but I don't think he'd... Well, it'd be kind of tough to switch into Sneasel with Mandibuzz. Emboar could be a switch-in to knock off. Like I said, you know, I'm pretty confident in the Pokemon that he's going to be bringing. It's, I mean, like, he could bring other Pokemon for sure, but I have ways of dealing with those. Like, for example, I have Aerial Ace here in order to have something, at least, some kind of coverage for the Emboar, which is pretty nice. And Poison Jab for the Azu. Knock off Icicle Crash, just 2 stab moves here. Choice Scarf, Adamant Sneasel is a very fun Pokemon to use, and it does take a lot of teams by surprise. But I just have it for, you know, just having a fast Pokemon just to sort of clean up late game if I have to, because his team is not that fast at all, and it's able to outrun everything I want it to outrun. Of course, except for Scarf Chomp. But if he does bring Scarf Chomp, like I said, you know, I have here a defensive Donphan, which can easily sponge attacks from that. Now next we got here Crashing Boom Bang, my Gyarados. Gyarados, Dragon Dance, 3 attacks. Initially I was running a Wakan Berry, even without doing calcs, I was just trying it out, and Mega Manectric still kills even if I have a Wakan Berry. So I decided to run E-Belt, because after Intimidate, I found out that running a berry, or anything that didn't boost its attack, or any of its moves, that just a regular Earthquake is not able to kill Mega Manectric. So I have E-Belt here in order for me to Dragon Dance up 1. If he brings in Mega Manectric, intimidates me, brings me back down to no stat boost at all with my attack. Earthquake will still kill at +1, and I'm faster than Aselgor. I made sure that I was faster, that all my Pokemon, my faster ones here, like Sneasel, Gyarados, and Togekiss, were faster than the Aselgor. Max speed Aselgor, because Aselgor is the fastest Pokemon on his team, much faster than Mega Manectric. So I have here a Gyarados, Dragon Dance, 3 attacks, so Waterfall, Ice Fang, Earthquake hits pretty much everything on his team. Ice Fang can do a lot of damage to the Amoonguss, the Mandibuzz, the Garchomp. while Earthquake, I mean, hits Emboar. It can hit Mega Manectric for sure, and it's just a really good Pokemon for his team. I mean, it's able to have Intimidate, so it can help me I guess alleviate some of the pressure versus Azumarill and Ebel just to power up some of my attacks here. So the final Pokemon that we have for this team is your boy Blunder. So we got Blunder here, Choice Scarf. So I'm running a dual Scarf on this team in order for me to, I guess, have just a backup sort of check to certain Pokemon, and it's just really good versus his team because his only flying resists are Bronzong, Mega Manectric, and those two can easily get Air Slash flinch down. Not Bronzong, but Mega Manectric takes like 20-something% from Air Slash, so which is pretty nice for sure. Dazzling Gleam hits a lot of other stuff like Mandibuzz, hits the what else does he have? Probably I mean, it hits Mandibuzz, it hits Manectric for neutral, hits the Garchomp, hits Azu pretty well. Fire Blast for the Bronzong specifically, and Hidden Power Ground just does a little bit more. I mean, I think Dazzling Gleam and HP Ground does about the same, but I just have this thing in order to hit. I guess it can also hit Emboar as well. Mega Manectric, yeah, just another move here in order. Just I guess it's just a coverage move. I could have put something else, but I didn't feel like it. But that's gonna be the team. So it's pretty much that. Hopefully we can come through. We are now what are we right now? I think we're 7-2. So I'm not sure if we win one more game. I'm pretty sure we're in playoffs. I'm not sure, but we'll definitely try. Tell me if I'm wrong though. But yeah, I'm not really sure how that works out or anything. You guys probably know more about the GBA than I do in terms of the scoring and stuff, or what I need to get to playoffs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's gonna be that. So hope you all enjoyed. Let me know what you guys think about this team. It looks pretty cool. Definitely we have some Pokemon that can. I feel like this Ampharos is gonna put in a ton of work versus his team. Like, look at it. Like, what does he have for this thing? Like, Garchomp, he can't switch in. Azu can't switch in. I mean, Mega Mane gets walled completely by this. Mandibuzz can't do anything. Amoonguss, Bronzong can't even touch this. Emboar probably has, if it has Earthquake, he can probably do something. But like, he has like literally no switch into this thing at all. I guess he has to kind of play around it or something. But we'll see what happens. I feel pretty confident with this team, so hopefully we can cop this win. And that is all I got for this. So hope you all are excited for the match tomorrow, 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, as usual. And yep, I'll see you guys on the match. Peace.